brings vegetation levels down.
So do you think what's happening in that video is natural?
It's not natural, but it will affect other things. So like supplements.
So like having pigs in farrowing crates and forcibly impregnating 80 billion land animals into existence every year, that's not the ecosystem.
That's not something I agree with, but it's removing certain elements of the factory industry. It has knock-on effects to other areas, like a lot of supplements that you take instead of meat contain like bugs. What's the difference between a bug's life and a pig's life?
But that's not exploitation, is it? If there's accidental deaths that are happening, but that's like saying that we should just have human slavery as legal because there's accidental deaths on the roads every year.
I mean, human slavery is 40 times what it was 200 years ago.
In this country?
Not in this country, but in the world.
But again, we're talking about a personal level. I'm guessing you don't pay for human slavery, but you're paying for animal slavery. And it's taking accountability for ourselves, because if you were one of the victims, if you were one of those animals, I'm guessing that you wouldn't accept any of these excuses. Like, it's about putting ourselves into the victim's position. And if we were one of those animals that was happening to me or to you, I think if somebody was stood there going, oh, well, you know, a couple of pills contain accidental insects, you'd be like, are you actually for real?
It's not accidental. I do see it, but
they don't purposely put ground up insects into pills.
They do. That's what a lot of iron supplements.
But then again, if you showed me that product, then I would avoid it. We don't need to buy those certain products.
Some products can't be avoided. Like, there's so many cases of people becoming ill because of their diet, because they're not ingesting the right proteins. A lot which you get from meat. It's not a win-win situation.
Okay, I studied nutrition for 3 years. You do not need to consume animals and their secretions to be healthy. I promise you. You don't need to do that to animals. Like, and it infuriates me because seeing that and putting ourselves into the victim's position and then people justifying it by saying, oh, well, this thing that happens is bad, this thing's that. And it's like, but if you were one of those animals, if you were one of those victims, somebody saying that, like, you can't get nutrition without eating animal flesh.
It's not justifying that specific process. It's justifying the meat industry, as long as there are the correct processes that are being followed.
Exactly, you're justifying the animal slavery industry.
If you know